back to Daytime. It's summertime and the living should be easy. But you still have to eat 3 meals a day. So to make it easier for you, there is a great company in the area that does a lot of the prep work for you, but you still get to finish the product and feel like the star in the kitchen. It is SupperWorks, and we're going to find out about it right now with Candace Wagner and Tara Bridge, who join us from SupperWorks. Welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe you can start off by just explaining the concept about behind SupperWorks. I mean, I'm looking at this thinking my kitchen should always look like this. Everything arranged, everything in its order and that, but that's kind of what you do to get us in order to make meals at SupperWorks.
Absolutely. We're there to make things much easier, to be very convenient. We do all the prep work for you. So you're choosing your meals in advance, and when you come in, it's all ready.
And I love the idea behind that, because when we think of meal preparation, the biggest part to any meal is getting everything ready. You know, the chopping and the dicing and having it all set and measured and ready to go. Once you can just assemble it, that, you know, the big work is already done.
Yes, and when you're at SupperWorks, you can do 6 meals in about an hour. So we take a lot of the work away.
Really?
Yes.
Now, how does it work? Would I call you up beforehand and sort of say, this is what I'm looking for, this is our family dynamic, this is what we need?
Well, everything is on our website.
Okay.
So at supperworks.com, you can see our menu. You can choose which meals you'd like to come in and prepare, and that gives us enough time to get everything ready for you. So
I think that's a great idea, and especially, you know, in the summer months, because the kids are home more now. In my case, there are more meals that need to be prepared and more things that get ready, and I just run out of ideas sometimes. And that's what I think is the more important things, and a lot of times it's just having the ideas for different meals.
Yeah, it's about the meal planning and the preparation and making your life as easy as possible.
All right, well, you're going to make my life so much easier today. I love my crock pot. I have to tell you that. I mean, we have crock pot meals a couple times a week just because it's easy to have there, and there's nothing better than coming home from a day at work and having a meal ready. And the recipe we're doing today is a crock pot meal.
It is, absolutely.
What are we making?
It's called crock pot chicken curry.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the ingredients together.
Now, the first thing we should notice is, this is, I think, one of your best friends at SupperWorks, is the freezable plastic bag, because that's what things are assembled in and going home in.
that's right. We assemble everything in a Ziploc bag. So we put an easy-to-use cooking label on it so that when you're pulling it out of the freezer at home, it tells you exactly what you need to do.
Now, I should hold that up just so that they can see what you mean by that. This is, I call this the dummy-proof way of cooking, because you can tell me in the class, but I forget by the time we get home. But there it is. It's all there, so that when you get home and you've got these wonderful meals in your freezer, you just pop it out and you know exactly what to do.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Okay.
And we recycle those afterwards, so you can bring them back to the store and recycle them.
What a great idea. So it's eco-friendly as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the chicken for the curry
Your
chicken already in the bag.
Where you go.
Absolutely. So you may not be able to see this, but I'm actually following one of our recipe cards. So when you come into our store, it has it has the recipe and all the instructions, so you literally just follow it along. And it should take you just a couple of minutes to toss it together, because everything's already cut up. You're like a TV chef, but in our store.
I like that. Bam, what are we going to put in next?
I wish we could do that quickly. So I just follow along with the instructions. So I'm going to throw in the 3 tablespoons of flour.
Oh, and look at that. All the containers are labeled, too, so I can't get it mixed up and put too much of something that I'm not supposed to put in it.
The appropriate spoons are already there.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're also very lucky that you see Tara's putting flour in there, but we're able to accommodate many different diets. So we have the Celiac Association does review our menu, and for flour, we often can substitute something.
That is great to know, because in the case of allergies, it's so important to know what you're putting in your food. So if people let you know ahead of time, this is the dietary concern, whether it's sodium or whether it's wheat or whether it's dairy, you can suggest the appropriate meals or make the appropriate substitutions for them.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, while you're finishing packaging that up and putting it together, there are some special things that you do in the summertime. One of them, you've got these special barbecue packages that you can put together.
Yes, it's our new barbecue package, and it's the first time we've done a fresh to go package. But everything's there ready for you to take to your backyard or to your cottage.
And I think that's great because we forget about the cottage option, or even if you're going camping or anything like that. And that's another thing. You always default to the same sort of quick and easy foods because you just don't know what else to take. But you could put together a menu that's just a little bit different, and it really isn't going to take you any longer around the campfire or on the barbecue when you're away.
And this is a full meal, so it does come with, you're getting a meal for 4. So it has 4 steaks in it. It has vegetable kebabs, shrimp kebabs, cookies, coleslaw, potatoes, and if you're not a steak fan, then you do have the opportunity to change it to a chicken or do a combination of that to entertain guests.
I love that. I think that's a great idea. Now you're putting together. This is the fruit and vegetable portion of the curry chicken.
Portion of the curry chicken.
Okay.
So when you leave, you're going to leave with 3 nicely packaged little bags. And what you do when you go home is you actually put them in your freezer. Then when you'd like to eat it, you thaw it and you empty your 3 bags into the crock pot. And when you get home, you have a yummy, delicious meal at night to eat, and you didn't have to do any work.
I
and all
bet
you
there
have to
are a
do
lot
is
of
throw
people
away
that
3
you
bags.
see on either a bi-weekly or a monthly basis that come in to SupperWorks on a regular basis just to have those meals for those nights that you get home a little later, or that we all have those busy nights.
What if you have children and one children's got soccer and the other children's got dance, so you can prepare and you can meal plan your week out. So
And speaking of the kids, we should quickly mention too that you have special nights where the kids can come in and they can help you get the meal together.
Yes, they happen most Saturdays. You can check out our calendar online to see. There's often a daytime one, but they run at 10:30 on Saturdays. You can come in and they help you alongside prepare your entrees.
And look this is what you go home with, and then you have a fabulous meal on another day, and you look like a superstar, and you get to say you made it yourself, courtesy of SupperWorks. Thanks so much, guys. This is great. Go online, visit their website, make your summer simple. Back in a moment. Stay with us.